In today's video, we'll recommend the best electric kettles to buy in 2022. The best electric kettles come with serious advantages for committed coffee or tea drinkers over stovetop kettles. They boil water nearly twice as fast, and they have automatic shutoff controls that are a win for safety and distractible types. They also don't emit a lot of heat. An electric kettle is one of those appliances that can seem unnecessary and even a little extravagant until you actually use one and ask yourself how you ever went without. Here are the best electric kettles available today. Coming in number 5 of Best Electric Kettles 2022 is Cosori Electric Glass Kettle. If you're not fussy about the idea of temperature control and want something with a larger body and wider pour spout than the Hario, this Cosori kettle was a favorite among strategist readers in a previous version of this story. It has the Amazon rating to back that up, 4.7 stars with more than 11,000 reviews, with buyers seeming particularly pleased with the materials it's made from. Impressive, given the affordable price. With glass walls and a stainless steel filter, it produces clean hot water that has virtually no contact with any plastic parts, says one buyer. Beyond that, it boasts an automatic shutoff with a light indicator that lets you know when your water is done boiling, a plus if you happen to be sitting across the room, and an opening wide enough to allow for easy cleaning. At number 4. OXO Adjustable Temperature Kettle. McCarthy called out the OXO gooseneck as his personal favorite, and price-wise, it's just about the same as the Bonavita. But OXO also makes this larger version with a standard pour spout, equipped with the same base as the gooseneck. It allows for temperature adjustments down to the degree and holds that temperature for up to 30 minutes. Of course, the glass body allows you to see how much water is inside, and the overall design is quite sleek, harder to find when it comes to the larger models. At number 3. Hario V60 Buono Power Kettle. Hario was the original creator of this type of spout, and though more advanced gooseneck kettles have since come out, it still commands a lot of respect, cited by several of our pros as a solid choice. Suyog Modi, the co-founder of Brooklyn's Driftaway Coffee, has had his for about 8 years. And if you're looking to get a temperature that will work for coffee, you don't have to overthink it, just boil the water, wait a minute, and then pour it, he instructs. James McCarthy, Modi's colleague and coffee educator at Driftaway, is also a fan. I like the feel of it. It's easy to handle. While none of the professionals I talked to called out the look of the Hario in particular, I think it's quite attractive. Former strategist writer Leah Muncy, who's an avid tea drinker, owns one and agrees wholeheartedly. I mean, just look at that little wavy handle, she says. Sometimes I just stare at it. At number 2. Bonavita Variable Temperature Electric Kettle. If you don't particularly care about design, several experts mention the Bonavita electric kettle as being just as operationally and technically impressive as the Stag EKG. It does all the same things, it's just less form-focused, says Ramage. But it's also less expensive. Indeed, you'll save $59 if you go this route without giving up the temperature precision and hold. Ken Nye, an owner of 9th Street Espresso, likes that the controls are simple and intuitive and even thinks the Bonavita has a slight edge over the Stag EKG beyond the lower price. The larger capacity and faster flow rate are both helpful when using the kettle for things other than pour over coffee, he says. At number 1 of the top 5 Best Electric Kettles 2022 is fellow Stag EKG Electric Kettle. The fellow Stag EKG is, without question, the gold standard of electric kettles. It's been a strategist favorite since it came out several years ago and has held that regard since, through multiple updates to our best gifts for tea lovers and coffee lovers roundups, and yet again when I set out to consult the experts for this piece. With the exception of 2 people, everybody told me the Stag EKG is the best of the best. One simply didn't mention it, and the other said he appreciates it a lot about it but prefers the way other kettles feel in his hand. The Stag EKG is more expensive than most on this list, but not so much more expensive than the price lessen its ranking. There's just too much praise surrounding it. It heats quickly and allows you to adjust the temperature setting in 1-degree increments, explains Jared Morrison, co-founder and co-CEO of Sightglass Coffee in San Francisco. It will even regulate and hold at your temp preference, which is super useful and convenient. Thank you for watching the top 5 best electric kettles 2022, and we hope you enjoyed our electric kettles buying guide. If you have decided to buy the best one, please look at the description below to get further product information.